Alright, it's Sizzle season time, baby. We got some new trailers, some new stuff. We're just gonna kind of slowly walk our way through this here. Uh, First off, we get some footage of the new stage. It's a mall. It's neat. It's like a big super mall. Kind of neat. Hopefully means Erewhon is dead forever if I can... God saves us. The stage itself looks okay. I would describe it as kind of umami-like, as we'll see in a minute. Couple things, got some new gear. I don't know what all here's new, but I know the hat's new. I think maybe all of this is new, question mark, but I'm not confident. But a lot of new gear. Also new music, finally. This game desperately needed it. I was getting real damn tired of hearing damp socks, so... We got some ska, which fucking rules. I'm really excited about that. Also, these are some... I think they said Ink Theory members. They're from another band, but I don't know that much about Splatoon's, like, in-game bands, so I couldn't tell you for sure, but that's cool. Music seems to be a big theme of this update. Also, new victory emotes they're showing off, which is kind of cool. We kind of get a pan to the stage here. It's called Barnacle and Dime. Nickel and Dime. Good joke. Haha, funny. But the stage is kind of... It's a Tetris piece still. Still nothing too above and beyond out of this world, I guess, but it's alright. So that's cool. It looks better. The stages are getting progressively not worse. I actually enjoyed Umami a lot, and I think Barnacle and Dime looks pretty good. It'll be okay. I think it'll have maybe one or two good modes, but beyond that, it's just, it's another Splatoon 3 stage. It's a lot flatter than normal, which is kind of cool. Good cover. It looks like it has some okay routes. Not great routes, okay routes. It would kill for one route. Like, there's this that goes around, but it would kill for, like, one more on the side here, I think. But it looks okay overall, I would say. We'll see some more footage of it later. Yeah. We'll get to you. Back up. Here, mid looks pretty okay. I won't lie, mid looks good. It looks like it'd be fun to fight in. Like, it's pretty open, but it still has some cover. It has decent routes to move around and kind of try and flank and push around if you want. I think it'll be okay. I don't think it'll be great. It'll be in the upper echelon of the maps, but it'll be alright. Yeah. New brush. This thing is either going to be... It's not going to be a middle-of-the-road weapon. It's either going to be, like, insane, or it's going to be terrible. The paintbrush, it looks like a brush and a Splatana mix. So, as you could kind of see if you watch it again here, it's got a bit of a wind-up on its initial swing, so it's got to charge a little bit, and then you can flick. And that's only on the first one, which gives you time to react and respond. Also, that's the Splatana deco. We'll see more of that in a minute. But it looks like it's 3 shots from far away, and it probably 2 shots up close. It's got about the same rolling width as Octobrush. Let me look at this footage again. Yeah, it's about the same rolling width as Octobrush. The flicks are decent. It's got solid range, but it doesn't paint super wide unlike the other brushes. So you kind of have to hit them with a direct or hit them farther away. It is really just like a weird brush Splatana hybrid, which is fine. I'm okay with that. I think it'll be good, and God, did the brush need a new fucking weapon, so I'm so glad we got this finally. This is what I'm most excited about. That literally just says Super Scope, and I think that's really funny. So this is the S-Blast 92. A lot of people were worried the 92 had something to do with the damage. It doesn't. 1992 is the year the Super Scope came out, the thing it's based on. For those of you who don't know, it was an attachment for the NES. So, yeah, that's what that means. But this thing has 2 firing modes with different ranges. It has, if you're jumping, it has a short range shot similar to Luna. Also light touchers. We'll talk about how disappointing those are in a minute. But it's got like a short range shot when you're jumping that's similar to Luna. And that has a long range shot, as we'll see in a sec, that seems similar range to Range Blaster. Boop. Yep. The one thing we're not sure about is jump RNG. I think there's a chance this thing, maybe not perfect RNG, but maybe it'll have better jump RNG, and then maybe it's easier to get it perfect with Intensify. It would be weird to have a blaster focused on jumping and still just give it god-awful RNG. So, I don't know. Or maybe blaster RNG is getting fixed this update. Please, Copium, smile. Um, oh yeah, that's the new Nova, by the way. I don't remember what brand it is, but yeah, that's hype. But yeah, one shots from far away at least. It might not one shot up close. I'd be okay with that. Seems like a fair balancing decision. But I think this will definitely be the best blaster in the game by like a substantial margin. It won't even be close. That's like a good reference for range. That is about Luna or Clash range, but it doesn't have Clash radius. And then that is range blaster range. Like, a lot of people are trying to say it's like rapid range, but no, it's not. It's not that strong. It's range though, so that's good. They all say hi. Cute. More new gear. I think this is more new gear, so that's cool. New Salmon Run stage. Hang on, let's go back to that. Jammin' Salmon Junction. If you look at that in the background, it's a giant speaker system. I think this is an Omega 3 themed Salmon Run stage, which rules. I won't lie, the stage looks pretty okay. I'll have to see. I'm kind of on the fence about whether or not I'll like it. I think it'll be better than like Marooners, but that bar's in the floor, so like oh crazy. But it looks alright, and if I had to guess, we're probably going to get new Salmon Run music, especially with the stage being themed around, like, the Salmon Run band Omega 3, for those of you who don't know. They're the in-game band who makes all the Salmon Run music. So that'd be cool. And I think especially since we're getting new main game music, too, it would only make sense. Just some footage of the stage. Not a lot of cover, but honestly, for Salmon Run, that's not a massive deal. Like, it's useful for niche bosses in these situations, but in general, having it open is pretty fine. We get a look at some of the new things. Some things we'll talk about later. Some of these we know kits for, some parts of kits for. Tentasorella Brella flares. You have been saved. You get a new kit, thank God. CDS, V-Dually Squelchers actually has a great kit, so I don't know what they'll do for this. I have a very scary theory we'll maybe talk about, but, you know... Light Tetras, I'm so sorry. Heavy Splatling Deco. V Heavy actually has a great kit, so we'll see what they do for this. And it'll probably get wall again, but we'll see. We don't know that much about this one. H3D, we don't know anything about. Rapid Deco Pro, I hate that name. We don't know a lot about either, but that's fine. What do we got? So the S-Blast, again, we don't know, but based on Ink Tank, there's a chance it has Fizzy or Torpedo, which would be great. Paintbrush, people were talking about it, but it's just a weird damage range where we can't tell. Wiper Deco, well, I don't know if I'll be able to find the shot again, and honestly, I don't really care that much too, but this thing has Beacon, which is actually great for it. This thing will do phenomenally with Beacon, so there's a non-zero chance we're about to walk into a double Wiper meta, which I'd be fine with. That'd be cool. Also, the Anki Splattershot Pro, or Splattershot Nova, not Pro. Sorry, I'm talking fast. It's early. This thing's cool. We don't know anything about it, but it'll be cool. And then the Big Swig Roller Express, dope name, dope color palette. We don't know. But hopefully give him... Well, we kind of know. We've seen its Ink Tank a little bit. I think there's a chance of his Burst Bomb, which would literally be perfect. God, give Big Swig Burst Bomb. It deserves it. Big Swig Nation, where we at? New catalog stuff, just new gear. That's all cool. Fine and dandy. Yippee. The most depressing announcement. Humpback pump track. It's not changed. There's nothing that's been changed about this map, I think, at all. Like, I've looked at it, people have looked at it. There's nothing new here, dude. I'm so sorry. This stage is going to be bad. It might have a niche and maybe Rainmaker ? But it's still going to be special spam hell, especially with Crab Tank. Dude, imagine Crab Tank sitting right here or right here. GG's, shake my hand. The mid is mine now. This is going to be bad. Humpback is not a good stage. I'm so sorry. Okay, this is showing off some of the new... It's not some of. It is the new mode. It's called Challenges. It's the rework for League. I think it'll have normal rotations like League does, and then it'll have special fun rotations. So some of the ones we show off are Trizuka Battle. There's just you have to use exclusively weapons with Trizuka. Fun thing I'll point out real quick right here. That weapon is Tentabrella. That is, well, it's Abrella, because you can see one of their hands is empty. It's kind of hard to see, but one of their hands is empty. The other one has a thing in it, so it's not dualies. It is the Brella idle pose, and that paint is a Brella paint trail. Additionally, none of the other Brellas have it, and this is the new Brella we're getting. So, Tent is going to have Trizuka, which is actually insane for it. At first, I was a little skeptical, but then someone pitched the idea to me that, like, you can just throw out your shield and then pop Zuka, and it gives you paint to move. It protects you, which are two of the big weaknesses of Trizuka, and you can just go in and use Zuka. And it gets rid of a lot of the, like, problems with it being inconsistent. So that's actually a goated kit for it. We love to see that. But that's cool. Oh yeah, the other thing is that the tower control route is still terrible on this mode, so I'm sorry. Still awful. Fog. Alright, cool. This is the new Nova. Oh yeah, this is what we were talking about. It looks like it's got 50 or 60% ink tank. But that is not very descriptive. A lot of sub-weapons fall into that. Extreme jumping. This is where we see Wiper. We get a clear view of the Wiper Deco kit. It's 75% ink tank, which means it has Beacon, which is great for it. It likes to take angles where Beacon is useful, and it likes to run in and potentially feed a little bit and die. Not likes to, it loves to. That's its job most of the time. So being able to have Beacon and set up Beacon in places where it's useful for yourself and then drop back in is great for it. We'll just have to see what the special it gets is, because if the special is good, perfect. This thing will be like probably a top 10, maybe even top 5 weapon. But if the special is like not, we'll see. But overall, I'm really excited for this challenges mode. I think it'll be fun. These are unique twists. And I'm especially excited because I think these will end up being available in private battles, which will be really, really cool because it means you'll be able to, like, you know, do silly things with it. So you'll be able to, like, have fun minigames and stuff. And this is something the game has really needed. It's needed a new unique twist. And adding all these extra variants, just like, they're just twists on the modes that are in the game. It's not brand new modes, but that's perfect. So that rules. That's really cool. This is the state. Hang on. No, back it up. This is the best view we get of it. It's a Tetris piece. I don't know what y'all expected. It's a Tetris piece. But mid looks pretty solid. This looks like an actual useful route to go out and around and try and push around this way. They got side routes, kind of. I wish this connected up to here, because then it would be an actual side route, but it's fine. Overall, across the board, looks good. The one thing that I wanted to talk about that's a bit divisive. You guys see this right here? You see where my mouse is? You see this? This right down here? These might be Tenna missiles. Now, I'm of the camp that they might not be Tenna missiles, because the way the ink splatter is, it kind of looks like inkjet ink splatter, in that someone just had inkjet that far up and it got painted over, or they got killed or whatever. But it might be Tenna missiles, which would mean one of these weapons, where is it? Hang on. Which would mean that one of these weapons has Tenna missiles. And for some things, that might be okay. Right? Like, if S-Blast or whatever gets missiles, that's fine. It's not going to farm them obsessively. But if something like Big Swig, or like Nova, or like the most of the things on this page, CDS, like if they get that, this is going to be really, really bad. We're going to go back to missile spam hell. Especially if CDS gets it, because this thing can paint. So yeah, that's not great. Oh, also, I should mention this before I forget. White Tetris has Sprinkler again. It's not 100% confirmed. We just know what the ink tank level is, and technically it could be like Fizzy or something. But I'm going to be honest with you, it also could be Sprinkler, and it has had Sprinkler. It's getting Sprinkler again, I'm sorry. There's only one hope for you Tetra players, and it's that if it gets Chump, it can use Sprinkler to farm Chump, and Chump is great for it, so... Copium? Question mark? But yeah, new emotes, which is really cool. You also do this little fist bump when you win, which I've never seen before. This was in the game for a while. If I had to guess, I think it might be like if you're playing a league duo, or I guess it's a challenge duo now. That could be cool. But overall, yeah, that's first season so far. There are probably some other things we can expect. There's a chance there might be a couple more weapons. There's also a good chance there might not. There's also probably some more Salmon Run stuff we don't know about. I would guess we're going to get some new music. They'll probably announce the new big run with the new stage, and most likely a new King Salmonid. I think we're going to get a new one every season, because there will be 7 big runs total, with 1 new King Salmonid for each. 7 King Salmonids. That matches up with like a lot of the lore things with like the 7 rings in the sky or whatever. So that's my guess. There will also probably be some other features. They'll probably talk about new modes for challenges and whatnot. So keep your eye out over the next week. I'll do some shorts, depending on if it's like actually important info or not, over the next week or so, keeping y'all informed. So, subscribe for that. Subscribe to keep up with the info, all that jazz. Thanks for watching, fellas. Have a good one. I'll see you tomorrow if there's new news. If not, I'll see you next time there is. Bye.